Bets Golden. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have had a very much so requested video on glue. People want to know what glue to use and why and how to use it and why are there so many different glues. So today I am going to be sharing with you my 5 favorite glues. These are literally the only adhesives that I use these days. I also have provided for your convenience down below shop links in which you can find these glues, one of which is my local craft store in which I do purchase 3 out of these 5 glues from. I know that they always have it, and I'm throwing her shop link up simply because I know that she carries them. You can order online and it is my local store, so I like to support my local crafting store. However, I will also provide for you any links that I find online like Amazon or scrapbook.com, those as well for your shopping convenience. Okay, so let me get started here. First one I'm going to start with is the Mixed Media Glue by Beacon. Beacon Mixed Media Glue is amazing. It works on a multitude of surfaces. I've even, in a pinch, used it in my scrapbook on chipboard and paper, and it works beautifully. It grabs super quick, it's fast drying, and it dries crystal clear. This is a project that I put together about 9 months ago utilizing this glue. I started off with a canvas substrate. I added these pebbles on with this mixed media glue. I created kind of a paste, put it down. This is a paintbrush that has been glued down with this, as well as metal wings and a clay resin piece, and also a little metal crown. It adhered beautifully, it dried relatively quickly, and it was able to withstand being re-wet by black gesso and then also being dry painted over. So this I use all the time in my mixed media projects. I will be showing you how to use some of these glues. However, for the sake of your time, and also it's just kind of self-explanatory, I don't find it necessary to do that with all of them. The other one that I have here is the Gina K Designs Connect Glue. This is a little bit of a pricier glue, I will admit that. However, it does beautiful on vellum. Vellum is nice to use whenever you have a busy background, but you don't want to cover it entirely. So you put a piece of vellum down, it just kind of calms it down, but it allows that background to shine through. However, since vellum does allow the background to shine through, the glue does too shine through. So I like to use this with vellum, and I did use it on this, which is amazing. I did put the glue down behind the tree just in case it were to bleed through it all, but it did adhere nicely with that glitter from the Nuvo. It's like a glitter paste, and it really adhered nicely. Here is another example that I did as well with this glue, and as you can tell, it works beautifully. I only use this with vellum because, again, it's super pricey and I don't want to waste it on my other projects. Here it is again. On this one, I actually outlined the back of these letters with it and adhered it that way, and you can't even tell that it's there. So the Gina K, if you use vellum for anything, this is a must-have. Okay, the next one that is probably my very favorite and most used glue is the Art Glitter Glue. This is in my local craft store as well as the Gina K, but I also found it on Amazon. It comes in several sizes. There's a smaller size. This is the 4-ounce size, and it retails for about $9.95. And then I went ahead today and actually picked up the refill, which is 8 ounces for $13.95. There is a trick to using this in the sense that it is pricey. However, you guys, I am a designer. I am playing with paper and gluing all day long, every day it seems, and I've had this since July, and it's about up to here full, so it really lasts a long time. My tip for you though is to go ahead and get the extender on this. What this does is it allows a fine tube application, which is super nice, but it also really allows you to use less is more theory on this, which is true. You'll get no bubbling on this. In fact, I have right here a little cute card that I thought we could put together with the next 3 glues. So I'm going to use my glitter glue, art glitter glue on this one, and it really just takes a little teeny tiny bit. The fine tip pin is nice for precision. You definitely want to use a special pin that comes with the tip. It does come with the tip. I think the extension on this was under $5, but it's been so worth it. It has elongated my glue life, and it's just been amazing. I originally got this because I was working with glitter cardstock, and it does adhere glitter really, really nicely. Okay, so I'm just going to take this, put it off over here on the side. It does dry clear, so if you do happen to get some of it outside and it bleeds out, it's no big deal. You're not going to be able to tell. So this stuff is amazing. It's my go-to. I use it not only on my cards, but also in my scrapbook and any other paper crafting needs that I have. Okay, so this one is a weird one, and you guys are going to probably like have a heart attack. This is a glue stick. It is out of Italy. I can't even say what it is. It smells heavenly, but this is wonderful for travel in a plane because you can't carry liquid, and it is really nice for collaging. It holds. I'm not even kidding you. This holds. Oh, I just had to take a sniff. It smells so nice. I was working on putting together a card for a company doing some make and takes at an expo, and this is what we used, and it adhered. People were really skeptical of it because it is a glue stick after all. So I'm putting down a rather heavy duty cardstock, and you just kind of want to smush it around. If you are using a glitter cardstock, it works on that as well, and it really does hold. Again, this is wonderful to travel with. So if you are traveling and you are working in an art journal or wanting to put together cards on a plane, I highly recommend this glue. All right, so I'm also going to just take and put this down like so. It really holds quite nicely. And then we will do this little one. It's amazing. And I know glue stick and, you know, paper crafting, everybody kind of goes, oh, no, not that. All right, so this is just great. Really good for travel if you like to travel a lot. I highly recommend this one, and you will be happy with it. Okay, my next one, you guys, is just a personal favorite, and it's rubber cement. This is nothing special. This is something that I use when I'm doing some mass card making. I want a permanent or adhesive level. I learned about this in college. I'm not going to say it's better than art glitter glue. The art glitter glue I think is best. However, this can be a little bit hard to find and pricey. So if you're on a budget, you can find this for under $3. And I want to show you how to use rubber cement because there is a bit of a learning curve to it. What you want to do is, first of all, you never want to leave it completely open with the lid even off slightly. So you never want to like put it off like that as you work because it will dry literally to rubber. You always want to at least cover it up. You don't have to seal it as you're working, but you want to cover it. You do not want air to get in it. I learned about this when I was at the an education course working for my degree in education back in the mid-90s, and I've been stuck ever since. So if you want a temporary adhesiveness, what you are going to do is you're just going to take and you're just going to spread it everywhere, all over your paper, and then just adhere it to the other substrate. If you want a permanent adhesiveness, you want to take and go in one direction on one side. Okay, so we're just going to go in one direction on one side. And then on the other side that you are adhering to, you are going to go in the opposite direction. So I went a long way that way. Now I'm going to go straight up and down on this one. Then you are going to wait for it to dry completely. Once it dries completely, you are going to lay this top substrate on your bottom substrate. And you're like, oh my God, but you're getting glue everywhere. I know, but don't worry, it rubs off beautifully. Now, I put the side that tends to dry quicker on last, and this one tends to dry slower. So this is going to be a moment to dry, and as I wait for that to set up, let me tell you about this die set that I got, because I know I'm going to get questions. This is from the Stamps of Life. It's I don't think it is carried anywhere else, so you have to go to their website. I'll provide it down below in the description box. Basically, it comes with this piece and then several other pieces, all the little circles, some shapes, and then the side pieces as well. And you just run it through your die machine and it works beautifully. The stamp set that I am using is by Joy Claire. It's one of their new ones, and it is called Fall Football Fun. I'm doing a birthday card with it, just a simple one, because the paper piecing on this card is so much, it really doesn't require much. Okay, so this is pretty much dry now, and I'm going to go ahead and pop this over. Be very careful to make sure I get my alignment absolutely perfect. And then I am just going to take my finger around the edges and rub off that excess rubber cement. This will not only rub off the excess, but it will also allow for a perfect adhesion. And now we have a permanent bond. And then we just have to lay this on top of here and finish off our card. And for this, I'll just go ahead and use our art glitter glue. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You found it useful, that you learned a new way to use glue. Maybe you found a glue. If so, I would love to know which one you use, which one was your favorite, or which one you'd like to try in the comments down below. Also, if you're interested in any of these glues, I will provide the shop links in which you can find them in the description box down below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I've never folded this before, so I'm going to give it a fold here and just see if I can't figure out how this works. I have a friend of mine that mailed me this card, and I thought it was just so very cute. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need that die set as I fiddle with it. All right, you guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. You know what? Maybe it was, oh, it was supposed to go like that. Look at that. I put that together backwards. So I'm going to have to go back through and do all that stuff that I did here on here, which is a-okay. I'll just use the football on this side. All right, you guys, I'm Bets Golden. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Until next time, happy crafting.